Okay, so now we're getting into the meat of the episode, which is like the maintenance of the steam turbine. For me, I would have been uncomfortable having this happen in like the 1 or 2 days that it happened. I would have wanted at least like 6 months lead in. An example of this is in one meeting, they discuss problems and then scheduling and admin and then planning. And then they're like, let's fucking go.
Go!
All in one meeting.
We're doing it today.
I mean, let's watch. It's crazy.
The steam comes in from way down deep. No one knows from where. All we know is that it comes up through this pipe, makes this bend, and goes straight up to the turbine. Now, the founders were smart. They knew they couldn't control how the steam behaves, so they built in a safety. This is the containment chamber. It protects the turbine in case there's a sudden...
Do we understand how this works? So she said the steam comes up here from unknown land, which, fair enough, they don't know where it comes from.
Geysers happen.
Comes in through here, it goes into this chamber, and then it's under pressure, so it continues going on up through here, and it comes up and drives the turbine, and then goes out, presumably, to the surface. I guess if this is mystery steam, it must be geothermal or geological in origin.
Yeah. Like a geyser, I think. Yeah, it happens.
Oh, yeah, like a geyser, yeah. So I guess this makes sense.
It makes sense. I didn't like what she said about it being like the founders were smart. They made this container thing. This is more like a muffler. It's like a buffer. And so if you have an overpressure coming up, okay, I'm back. Okay. If you have an overpressure coming up from the steam vent, it'll fill that room, and you give it like this extra space so it can expand, and so it doesn't shock. It doesn't like blast into your turbine. But that's more like a muffler. It like from your engine, it comes out of the exhaust gas, and it expands into this big cavity, and then it flows out. But it's not gonna protect you so much. It just gives a buffer to absorb if there's like a rapid burst of steam, but it's by no means gonna last very long for it to hold anything.
Right. I would have thought the founders would have put a bypass somewhere.
That's the right thing to do, because if you need to shut down the turbine, you need to make sure there's no steam going through it at all. But that geyser or whatever that steam vent is, it's still making steam. So really you need like a separate pipeline where you can turn the valve and then the steam goes completely just somewhere else. And in fact, just vent it out into the surface. Who cares? Just send it out to the atmosphere. Atmosphere outside may be scary, but that's okay because we have steam just pushing it all the way out. There should be a bypass somewhere if the founders thought about it and made it right.
So the question is there a bypass somewhere that the founders built and these guys don't know about it, or did they just never build one?
It's entirely possible that there is one, they just don't know about it, because as Knox said, this thing has never been shut down before. So they could have turned the valve and be like, I don't know what this thing is. I don't know, just who cares? We don't never touch it. So there could be a bypass somewhere.
And I guess all the manuals probably were burned.
Maybe.
So any new procedures they come up with is going to be somewhat guesswork.
So I also had this feeling of like this uneasiness of like something they're rushing here. There's something they're missing here. They're going too fast. Really, they should have ordered like a 2 week, 3 week, 4 week. Let's explore everything and plan this out, because maybe in that time they could have encountered the bypass, and then there's no problem doing this at all.
And there's also the coordination. It seems like if you're going to shut it down, shut down the generator, then you've got the police force and the mayor's office and the IT people. They all need to prepare in whatever time frame they need to prepare. So once you make the announcement that it's going to get shut down, it feels like you need to give people, I would say, 6 months as like a silo-wide countdown. But maybe less than that if it's a really time critical thing, but needs some time, right?
Like I get like for the building I work in, they'll be like we're gonna have a water shutdown on this day, so just heads up everyone. Okay, no problem. But if I go there, I'm like, what? No water? Then I'm freaking out. But if I know it's coming, like, okay, no problem.
I guess it's like road repair on a busy highway in a city. If they're gonna do the road repair and shut down the road or like constrict lanes, I mean, the signs and the warnings go up months in advance. Like, it's gonna shut down on this date.
Plan a different route.
Let's continue watching.
surge and someone needs to regulate the flow. You want to stop the generator? Knox has to close this main valve all the way. That happens, you get about 30 minutes before the pressure redlines and he needs to release it.
We're gonna need more time. Can we keep it in the red?
We could if steam was cold, but it's not because it's steam. And the more pressure it's under, the hotter it gets, and that pressure just keeps on building until it blows.
So
I didn't really like her attitude here. We've got problems in front of us as a team, and she's like saying, like, steam's hot, don't you know? Like,
now.
we have a problem to solve, which we need more time, and you're just saying no, 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 with snarky comments. Like, on one hand, there are definite constraints that the person at the chalkboard is aware of, that she's trying to tell others.
Yeah.
But she's not in like a work the problem, solve the issue sort of attitude. So I didn't like her delivery and her mindset here.
Right. I respect her. She's brilliant. She came up with that 30-minute estimate, which of like how long they could keep the gate valve closed, which I guess is right. But also, you don't fucking know that because like they've never shut down before. Like, how does she know how much pressure that like how long it could last? You don't fucking know that. But kudos though, because like she's some type of engineer and she estimated it and she got it right. So great. But you don't fucking know that. But
Okay, so they need to do maintenance on the turbine. What if they knew they needed at least 6 hours to do the maintenance? And she's like, no, 30 minutes. 30 minutes, that's the top. And they're like, well, we need 5 hours. There's no way around it. So if we don't solve this time discrepancy problem, it's going to break up there anyway. So you need to get on board with some problem solving here.
That's right. She should pivot. She should pivot to saying something like, okay, well, we have 30-minute windows. We can do 30 minutes closed, 10 minutes on, 30 minutes closed, 10 minutes on, something like that. But instead, she just foot down, 30 minutes, that's it, get it done. Puts enormous pressure on everyone else.
And she's not thinking like, is there a workaround? Is there something I could do?
That's right.
Is there something I'm not thinking?
She's accidentally closed herself off from thinking about new options.
That's right. Like a valve.
That she closed. Now the pressure's building. Gone pop.
Valve jokes. Let's continue.
Let's get more. Yeah.
Blows.
So 30 minutes before red line.
At most. Boss.
Mayor's authorized 8 hours on backup. Once we switch over, the crew will get to work detaching panels C and D. It's the only way to assess what's inside. They must weigh...
1.35 tons each.
Guys, there's no part of this that's easy. The slightest mistake at any point could get somebody killed, or worse, leave 10,000 people in the dark forever. Put 5 of our strongest guys on each panel. Once they're open, I'll slow the generator down to 50%, but I won't stop. We'll identify the problem, then Jules will signal to me when she's ready. At that point, I'll shut the steam valve and stop the generator.
So he's coming up with this procedure on the fly, by the way.
that like an hour ago, he was like, no, I can't do that. But now he's figuring it out right now.
Or first of all, he's like, schedules, right? The mayor authorized 8 hours. The schedule, that's it. That's the only discussion we're having about schedules.
Yep.
Is anybody, families, you need time off, whatever. Like,
Nah.
No. So schedule's been
canceled.
Canceled, right? I don't know what all the complications are of the schedules, but it was like a 10-second mention of the schedule, and now it's over. And now he's winging this procedure on the fly. Is this the right procedure?
You know how I know it is? It's confidence.
Confidence.
He said he was so confident. I'd follow him. Sure, heck yeah.
Absolutely. And he never asks, like, hey,
That's right.
Anybody got any, you say it now, got some questions,
There's no point where he's like, well, you're an expert this, you're an expert this, give me input. He's like, I am the expert. I'm super confident. Look at my cool hair and facial hair. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. But the confidence.
And I'm not sure they ever really addressed the steam problem. I guess he did address it by saying the half open, open up the panels, and then full closed. So I guess it was sort of addressed.
I guess.
If I was in the room, I'd be like,
what? What? Like, tell me exactly where to stand.
I was putting myself in their shoes. I'd be like, I'd like to at least want to do like a walkthrough of the procedure. Just walk to the position. Everybody walk to their position at the right time and move around. You're not actually doing anything yet. Just what am I seeing? Foot falls or I don't know what I'm going to see. But I would want to do a walkthrough.
back in my football days, that's exactly what we did. We would like get in our positions and be like hike, and then we would just walk through it calmly, and everyone saw what people are doing, and like, we wouldn't just go like full speed right away, do it now. Like no, like take your time, get everyone coordinated, figure out what's going on, and then you do it.
Right. And I guess here they don't have the time. They don't have the time. They got to go now. But
We definitely couldn't have started at 11 p.m. No, you got to start at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that's right.
Which means we got
Well, the
3
mayor
minutes
said
to
so.
figure this out. Get it?
All right, let's continue.
Wait.
30 minutes starts right-
They got 8 hours to do this. They're expecting 30 minutes to work on it, and they definitely cannot. They got to start right now. They could have started at 10:30.
Right, that's right. They have half an hour.
Sure.
Why not delay another couple hours
mean,
to iron out the
If
wrinkles?
they know they only have a 30-minute window, they could have waited 7.5 hours and then just you've done
That's
that
right.
at the end. They could have talked about it for a while.
I mean, they could even, if they really had to, push it past the mayor's schedule. And if the mayor says, you can't do that, and you've done it anyway.
Excuse me,
She's
Mayor,
noth-
you're breathing, right? Chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, you have
There's
lights back
nothing-
on.
She's like, the only thing she can do is order the engineering team to get it fixed, which is what you were going to do anyway. That's what I mean. They have a tremendous amount of power. Just because the mayor said, this is your window, they don't have to follow it. They can push back up the chain and be like, no, we need more time. We need to do this. We need to do this other thing. And the mayor says no, and the engineers are like, yes. And then the mayor's
I get it
like,
done. Sorry, Mayor.
yes.
But you know what the mayor said? She said 8 hours.
She said 8 hours.
You know how she said it? Confidence.
Confidence.
Signal to me when she's ready. At that point, I'll shut the steam valve and stop the generator. Our 30 minutes starts right then. Jules, who do you want up there with you? Let's get to it. Come on.
I have myself in his shoes. I'm like, holy fuck, what have I signed up for?
God.
I'm like, I'm 23. What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely look. That is the right time to look at your shoes. Just no eye
face.
contact. Yeah.
What's that? Is
I immediately like slap the guy next to me like, and you my backbone. Like, we're going together.
we're going together. I need
Right?
something.
Right? I mean, right?
But he also steps up, gets it done.
He gets it done.
Yeah.
Clutch.
Whew, the constraints, high pressure maintenance.
Getting it done. These people for generations, no one has ever done this, and then these people get it done.